Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to create, well, y'all already done see my haul video, so it's the same video and I'm just relaxing, so y'all gonna get ready with me. Just know that this video will be a long video, y'all. I'm sorry, but that's just how it goes over here. I got new products, as you already know. I've already hauled them. So I'm going to try them. So let's go ahead and begin. The first thing I'm going to use is this Neutrogena Radiant Primer and Serum. I love this. This keeps my face, my skin looking luminous. And I've told y'all about this. Like, it's one of my favorite products. I was in and out with this product. Like, I kind of wanted to take it back because I get oily in the center. I remember telling y'all this, but you know, it's one of those things. I felt like maybe I could get a primer, and I have the ELF primer that I hauled yesterday. So I'm going to use it right in the center where I normally get really oily after using this product. But I do say that if you want a really nice, luminous, moisturized look, this is the one to go for. Like, this is really, really good. So let me blend this in. I'm going to use a beauty sponge just like I did the other day. Just kind of rub that into my skin. And yeah, put on my makeup afterwards. So like I said, this can get a little oily around the nose area and up on the temples like it does for me. Even though my skin is dry, like I need some moisture, okay? Like some facial lotion or whatnot. And this really does supply moisture to my skin, but it also provides that glow from within type of look that I really like. It just looks so much. It just makes my skin look very healthy. And I like that look. So now, the next product that I use is this here. It's just one of my favorites. I'm going to tell you all the products in this video just because I didn't do it the last time. This one right here, the Everyday Coconut Face Cream here by this brand here. I really like this. I do use this cream, just one pump. That's all I use. And it could be the combination of both of these products why I am getting oily, like right up in the center. But I'm telling you, my makeup glides on amazing. And I absolutely love it. That my skin looks moisturized, hydrated, and looks amazing. So, yeah, this looks good. I can tell already, like, my face is ready for foundation. But what I normally do first is I like for this to just let it set on my skin, and I normally go ahead and do my eye makeup. And then after I do my eye makeup, then I go back in and do my face because that's just what I do. All right, so I look well hydrated. My skin is ready, but I will use this right here. Okay, but I think I'm gonna let this sit a little bit on my face, the moisture, and then I'm gonna go in with this product right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the eyes. Now I do have the new brow glue, the NYX one. I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Why not? But then I feel like I should use the rest of this one. This one is almost gone. Like, look how much I got left. Now you can see the brow product and all in there. But I've used that one and I'm just like, girl. And I almost forgot about it. And I happened to go around the corner in Walmart and I saw it. And I was like, oh yeah, you need brow glue. Because I forgot my phone here at the house, y'all. And I've been putting my like stuff I need to pick up on the phone instead of writing it on a piece of paper. Because usually I end up losing the paper or whatnot. And I had to think about, what did I come here for? And everything came to me. I felt like, wow, girl, Y'all, I woke up early this morning at some 5 o'clock. I almost got up and just started creating the video then. But you know, I just in this area and me just I don't know. It's like I be wanting to go ahead and get up like back in the day in other places that I used to live at. When I would get up early like that, sometimes I would just actually get up and create my makeup video or create a video. Like it'd be like 5 o'clock. It would be early, but I would be quiet and everything, and I would go ahead and create a video. And I got ready to do that this morning. And I was like, no, you know, you got to go to the store later or whatnot. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that because I might not feel like going to do what I had to do today. So, yeah, y'all. I mean, I wish I could get back to that because I feel like I'd be so much productive when I feel like getting up and just doing something. You know how you just sometimes wake up and you're like, you know what? I just want to get fixed up. I want to go ahead, create a video, but the circumstances around here is like, and nah, I always be like, nah, because it's just so much, y'all. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my eyeshadow primer. This is the Becky Sue. I got this off of Amazon, I believe. I love this. So I'm gonna put it on my eyes because we're gonna do our eye makeup and then we're gonna go back to the face. That's just how I've been doing it, you guys. So we're gonna do this, and yeah, we're gonna prime the lids. So yeah, like I really did. I wanted to get up this morning and go ahead and get all that stuff done, be done for the day, and have everything. Like right now, I could be like editing basically, and I was like, you know what? I just don't feel it here in this area. I just don't feel like it because everything, you know, I know y'all get tired of me talking about it, but you know, it's one of those things. If you've ever been abused or hurt or whatever, I get tired of talking about it. And but you know what? It's good to talk about these things because I know I'm not the only one. Like there's been other people that's been hurt and abused in areas and may not be they might be afraid to talk about it. But what I used to do that was just so good, which is just waking up early, about 5, you know, and whatever, and just go ahead and start your videos, get them done so you can be done for the day. Like take your time and edit. I really miss those days. I really do. I miss those times that I felt comfortable to do all of that, and I wanted to do it this morning, but I was like, you know what, I'm tired. Just like right now, y'all would not believe like some of the shit that's going on like right outside this window. I do like to create my makeup videos right here in front of the window because you do get natural lighting. I used to didn't even use a ring light unless it was at night. In this apartment, the natural lighting is not the best. This is where I'm at right now is the best place for natural lighting. One of the best places that I have to, you know, create a video basically where there is some natural lighting. However, today it's been raining. I think it been raining last night, and so the sun is not out, but still I just like to do my videos in front of a opening area where I can get natural lighting. And so I get it here, and then if I get up early in the morning and turn on the ring light and all that stuff, you can imagine how bright it's going to get in this actual room, which is the dining room, okay? But it is what it is, y'all. So yeah, I could have had this video done and everything. So The next product I like to use is the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim brow pencil here. I really like this one. I think this one is in brown, I think. I forgot. Y'all, I don't have, it don't say on here. I bought this some time back. I can't remember. It's in soft brown. I found this in soft brown. I like this because it looks very natural. So I gotta look this way and do my brows, y'all. I could have waited and let my brows dry a little bit more, but it's okay because I don't want to take too much time, even though I know this is going to be a long video. Y'all know without a doubt, my videos is always long. Always have been, and that's just how it is. But just getting back to everything, you guys, I'm really amped up for next month because I just got to do what I got to do. I gotta get a vehicle. This has been like, it's always just really tough when you don't have your own vehicle. And it's like, I'm grateful to have a ride now. I'm grateful for that. Don't take that the wrong way. Like, hey, girl gotta do what a girl gotta do. Okay? But at the same time, you know, I'm just saying that it's really hard, and I can't wait until next month. Hopefully, nothing gets in the way of next month of me doing, because it seemed like y'all probably saying, Sheila, you are what is it called, procrastinating? No, I'm not. It's just, it seemed like every time when I want to do something, it seemed like something just doesn't, like I was telling y'all about the shifting. It's like every time when I want to do what I got to do, it just seemed like something pops up or something happens and all that. And I'm just saying, I have made up my mind that regardless of what, I've got to do this. I've got to have transportation. I got to get it. Because when the thing is when I know a lot of y'all take trains and stuff like that, and you go, and I'm very appreciative. Thank God that we have a system like that. Where if you don't have a vehicle, you have help and all that. I'm very grateful. But I'm a type of person, I don't like the rush. I don't like, because when I rush, my ear problem, like my ear condition, it gets worse when I rush. Like when I feel like I got, oh, let me get this, let me get that, let me hurry up, let me hurry up. I end up not feeling too good. Like I don't feel good when I'm in a rush. That's one reason why when I create these makeup videos, they are long. Not only because I want my makeup to look good, it's just that I don't like the rush, because when I rush, I don't feel that great because my ears, I cannot move my head too fast. If anybody has this condition, you know how it is. You can't really like go too fast with anything. Because if you do, the fluid runs. I'm gonna tell y'all, because some of y'all have been messaging me about what do I go through. Like, y'all see that in my fashion video. In fact, I had one person said, you look like you got a little off balance in that video. And I said, yeah, I did. But you know, I'm telling you, when the fluid, it's like this, when you turn and move your head, if you move your head too fast, or you absolutely like go up, like you can be bending down to pick up something. If you stand up too fast, like you'll get dizzy. Like I get dizzy, not you, but if you have this condition, that's what happens. So when I'm in the store, if I've got to rush and get everything done, that makes me sick. And I'm a type of person, you know, I've been going through this for so long that when I get back into a vehicle, even if it's my vehicle, you know, I don't always feel my best. But however, I'm not going to talk about it a lot because my family knows this been going on since I was 18. I was constantly in the ER just trying to figure out what was going on, like why I was dizzy and stuff like that. So, yeah, y'all. I believe, yeah, my baby, she's going out, y'all. So, my little puppy, she gets sad when she leaves. But anyway, y'all, so it's been a battle, but it's been helpful, and I've already called like for like next week. So it's one of those things I can't control. Like I was on the process of getting things fixed, and it just got worser. Like somebody cut the belt. Cause I don't believe that belt, like I don't think that belt just automatically just broke because of driving it. I really don't. I believe somebody did that because I've lived in other areas where I had to buy tires consistently. People were switching out tires that I just bought. And so it's just a lot of bullshit. Like I was telling y'all in the last video, just a whole lot of bullshit. And I'm just like fed up. I'm just tired, y'all. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm really tired. Like, it's been tough for a long time. And I've told the Lord, I was like, you know what, God, whatever you want, for me, then no. I'm going to go by God guidance. And I'm sorry y'all it's taking me so long. Y'all know how it is with brows. Like my brows, one brow just don't work. It's just hard to do than the other brow. I'm about to use this entire pencil if I don't stop at some point because they're not going to be super even. I can forget that. They're never going to be even. One brow is a little bit thicker than the other brow. So I'm going to leave it right there and just let it be. Like for real. Just going to let it be. Right there. Okay, that's the best I can do, y'all. We're going to leave it right there. So, yeah, y'all, like for real. I am so exhausted. Just like I normally, maybe, you know what, sometimes it's good. Like, usually I don't go nowhere till about, I don't know, over in the evening time. Like, usually I rest until about 11, 12. And that's because, like I said, my sleeping habits has changed. I don't go to sleep as early as I used to. And y'all know a lot of people have been talking about how their sleeping habits has changed. And I'm one of them. It's just so different now. Like I stay up later than I have in a long, long time. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and use this Makeup Revolution palette. Once again, here's the shadows. I'm not going to do like a Valentine. I think I'm going to use more of the purple tones just because I'm probably going to create something more pink tone for Valentine's Day. I don't know what. We'll just have to see. I know I want to use this palette. Unless I get the other palettes in, I might use something from another palette. But this is the palette that I got for right now, and I'm going to use it. So I'm going to use, let me see if there's any bad names. Y'all look at names in palettes. Y'all know I mentioned this in several videos. Like, do y'all never look at y'all palettes and look at the names? Because you know they have names for colors. And if there's a bad name, I don't use the color. That's just me. And some of y'all probably say, girl, for real? Yes, for real. I am completely honest. Okay, there's no bad names in this one. I know I got one palette that is absolutely amazing, but it has one name in there that I refuse to use. That shade, even though it's a beautiful shade. And some people don't pay that no attention, and I'm not telling y'all to do this, but I just do it, especially with palettes that I just buy. I always look at the names. Now, if it don't come with names, then I ain't got to look at the palette too much, except for like just looking at it. Just use the palette, basically, is what I'm saying. But yeah, you guys, I mean, I do that. I know y'all. Some of y'all probably say, "Girl, I don't pay that no attention." I know some of y'all don't, but this palette has good names, so I like this palette so far. This color right here is blending out. It's the lightest purple in the palette, and look how much pigment I have. It is just absolutely beautiful. It's blending out very nicely, and I love it, y'all. I don't know what else to say. I mean, let's keep using different colors, keep talking, chatting. But so far, so good. This color is blending out so good. Like, I love it. And this one is called, y'all, they have different names. This one is called Show, SHOW, Show something. And I got it on, it was on sale on Amazon. So I thought I would get it. I was like, gosh, that's a Makeup Revolution palette. And I like those palettes because I showed y'all the previous one that I bought. And I thought, shoot, I'm going to take advantage. And it came sealed and all. I took the seal off of it yesterday before I created the haul video. So everything was sealed. I wanted to make sure nobody had used it or it was pre-used or something like that. But it came sealed and there was no prints on it or anything. So I was like, good. Now I can use it and not worry about. Because for the price, it was so inexpensive. $9 for this palette. Like, I was like, okay, when you get it, make sure it's not been used. It said it was new, and it is. It's new. And so I'm happy to have this palette. Like, look at that, how easy it is to blend. The colors is blending out so good. And this is just a Sigma, what is it, Sigma brush. I've had these brushes for a long time, and I still use them. These brushes is worth the money. The Sigma brushes, when you get them, and if you take care of them and wash them and stuff and keep them clean, all that, they will last you a long time. All right, so what I'm going to do now is, because I just put sort of like a transition color, but it's really not. But this is going to be my transition shade. I'm going to go ahead and highlight my brow bone. So I'm going to take a shade out of the palette. I'm going to use this brush. And I'm going to use another shade. One of these highlighting shades here. That's cute. Those almost look just alike. I think I like the first shade. So I'm going to take this one here. This brush is... Alright, so I'm going to highlight my brow bone. Yesterday I used a brow bone highlighting pencil. Today I'm just going to use... Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That highlight. So pretty. Just blend this. I like that. I like the highlight with that color right into my crease and slightly above my crease. So pretty. That is absolutely gorgeous. Putting it on just the way I like to put it on. Okay. And y'all, I have to say, I got quiet there for a little bit because I really want the highlight to look really pretty. I love this color. It's absolutely just so pretty. When I got back home, I had to ride the bus to get to Walmart and get my stuff. The neighbor, I'm gonna say it because they watch my videos and all this, y'all. It's a terrible obsession, but it's from what has been done to me and the abuse and everything relating to invasion of privacy, breaking into my apartments. It has to do with a lot of things like that. And the female that lives there, she was standing outside her door just staring like she was waiting on the bus to get here. And, you know, I don't know much about this woman, okay? But I do know she has a terrible attitude. I'm going in with another shade here. This is a deeper tone purple. So this is going to be a purple look. So she was just standing in the doorway looking. And I was like, what is she doing? Because listen, when I was going to the doctor concerning my period, y'all, she would be outside in her vehicle and just laughing, like literally laughing. And y'all know when it comes down to female problems, like your period won't stop or something going on with your period or whatever it may be. In my case, it was my period. I had took the birth control. My period was terrible. I was losing a lot of blood. I was just scared. I was frightened. I was like, I know that this got to stop. Like, I got to go back to the doctor. Had to make a few trips to the doctor and all that. It wasn't fun. But I had to do it. And this neighbor was just standing, just sitting in the car. And the thing is, she knew my appointment. Like it's just like every appointment that I had, the two appointments where she was outside, she knew my appointment time. And I was like, now I ain't told this girl nothing. Unless what they listening inside the house or what? What else could it be? Someone has told her my appointment time, right? It couldn't be nothing but that. And she would be sitting out there in her vehicle and just laughing up a storm, just laughing like it was like it was so funny. And I was like, you know what? I wouldn't do nobody like that. I mean, if someone told me that they were having like menstrual issues, painting, or just their period won't stop, I would not be outside laughing at anyone in a situation like that. Because you know that when you bleed, it's got to stop, or else you're going to be in a very serious situation, right? So I was like, what is her problem? The first time I kind of ignored it. The second time I was like, okay, now you want me to see you laughing. Like, you really want me to see you laughing because you back out here again. And so I said a few things inside my home. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to let her know that, you know what? You've had almost every woman have been in a situation where you had to go, what, maybe have experienced a bad birth control like I did, or just had some issues, whatever. You done been through a few things yourself. So I say, you know what? I have to make this known to her that, like, what are you laughing about? This is not nothing funny. This is like serious medical issue when it pertains to a woman that's having a period and it won't stop. It's very serious, and it's like one of those things, you better go see a doctor. You better get it in control, right, y'all? So I said that, and honey, it wasn't long after that, y'all, the car just got to acting up worse. Acting up really bad. And that's the honest God truth. So I was like, you know what? And then today she was gonna be standing out there like with one hand on her hip. And I said, I didn't say anything. I was like, what? What is it? Like, what is it? Like, what is it? What is your obsession with me? Like, what is your problem with me? Tell me. Like, don't go out there and tear up the car. Don't go out there messing with my stuff. Just tell me. I'm like a few feet away from your door. You know, you can just sit down and tell me what your problem is, and maybe there could be a resolution. Okay, possibly, because I don't I don't meddle in people's business. But what I say inside my house is my opinion, and what I want to say inside my house, that's my privacy. Everybody talk. Y'all talk inside y'all house. Oh yes, you do. You go, some of y'all go places and you know had a bad day. First thing you do, if you're married or whatever, or you're living with someone, whatever your circumstance is, what you gonna do? You gonna go home and say, shit, I had a bad day. You know, so and so was this and this and that. That's only human. Like, that's only human. Like, I don't know of one person that hasn't done that. And I was like, you know what is your problem? Like, for real, what is your issue? Because this person has had an issue from the day they moved in. From the day they moved in with me, I can say with me, you guys. I'm like, you know, I was letting her know, what is it? Like, what is your problem? What is your problem? I'm not up there asking her for a ride or anything. Like, what is your problem? I'm not even bothering you. But yet you're going to be standing outside your door like you waiting on me to get home and all of that. Like, what is your problem? And I was just like, what is it? What's your deal? Because obviously she started the whole scenario with her laughing at me heading to my OBGYN to try to stop my period because I needed it to stop. Like, who would go on for days and not go see a doctor if your period is not stopping? Like, she would have done the same thing. And she was out there just giggling and laughing when I would get in the car to go to see doctors. So I was like, what is going on with you? Like, what is your problem? Then when I come home, it's like she's just standing out there looking. I'm just like, you know what? You don't tell me what to do. Like I told y'all, if y'all can remember, maybe some of y'all are new over here, but I told y'all that shit was gonna get hot, shit was gonna get steamy. I said it because I had already like visualized it. I had already visualized it. I was like, shit's gonna get very hot because there has been a crime committed towards me here in this area. And I hope this get to the main people. I've talked to some of the main people before and told them, hey, listen, I have been really sick over here and people are doing some illegal stuff over here and they're targeting at me. They've been targeting at me since the day one I moved in this apartment. Day one. Like I said, the neighbor across the road and the one that was connected to this apartment, they absolutely asked me who I was to know that, so that they would know, like, am I the one that they've been looking for or waiting on? And from that moment on, everything changed for me. Everything. Like my health got worser. Everything you could possibly imagine started occurring. Like it was really tough. My daughter was still in school and it was really tough, y'all. My eye got, just, y'all know everything. I don't need to go back over it, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of it. Especially when you have not did nothing to nobody and people want to treat you like that and actually put their hands on you. Like they actually put their hands on me. Like, And some people will say, why are you talking so much about this situation? Well, I'm talking like this because some people would not talk on social media about stuff, but I want to help people. I know when I was going through the eye injury and everything, when I was so happy that some people had created a video and had showed their eyes and all that. That helped me throughout the night to try to get some rest because I did not know what was going on with my eye. I had never experienced that ever. Okay? Ever. And I was just trying to understand it. Okay? That's why I was trying to get to it because at the time I was just told keep putting compresses on it. It wasn't working for me and I kept calling the doctor at the time. Let them know, nothing's getting better. I went to the doctor appointment over and over and over. I got so tired. I was like, can't y'all just pop this thing? Cut it, pop it, whatever. There's got to be a way. And, it just took so much time, y'all. It just thinking about, I don't even like to think about it. I've told people in this house, I don't even like to think about what I experienced. It was so bad and so terrible. It makes me sick when I think about it. But I'm just like, you know what? I've had enough. I've had enough. But I'm not the type that just like let people just like I get up and go when I get ready. I don't let people force me to. Like I was ready to move by the time I moved in. When I woke up and said, oh God, this is a trap, okay? When I realized it, I had already been attacked. My eye was already like almost shut completely when I put it together. And I was like, oh my God, this is a fucking plot, y'all. This is a fucking plot. And I'm not going to get all into it because I can't. I know a lot more than what I'm talking about. And I think they would love to hear this they will look. They probably can't wait to go back and look at this video. But you know what? I told officers before I moved over here some things that was put on my patio, and I knew it was a threat. And I told this officer, and I can still remember his name. If they ever asked me, "Hey, did you ever reach out?" I did. I did. If y'all are wondering, have you ever reached out to officers or anybody? Yes, I have many times. Many times. My apartment had been broken into, y'all, so many times. Like for the 5+ years, it's been so bad. And then they sitting out here telling me to leave. You know, they know shit is hot, okay? Y'all excuse my language, but they know it is. They know Sheila is not playing. Like what they did to me, Sheila don't mess with nobody. Anybody that know me, friends, people that know me from school and even on jobs, y'all know I don't get in any shit. I don't talk about people. Okay, I don't go out there and start problems. People know this. Okay, so I was attacked criminally for no reason. Okay, that's what it comes down to. I'm just saying it for what it is. I don't mess with nobody. I mind my own business. And whenever I did talk about people, it was always in my own home. Okay? In my own home. Not out there amongst other people and all this stuff. I don't create problems. I'm just a normal person that when I come home, if I haven't had a good day, I'll say it inside my home. Or if somebody, or if somebody do something to me, then I will say it right here inside my home. Who does it? That's a perfect time to let everything out, right? It's best to say whatever you gotta say in your home than to do it outside and get yourself locked up or something. Just release whatever you got going on, whatever's going on in your life, release it at home, in your private home. It's supposed to be private, okay? For me, it's supposed to be private, but it's not. And I told the officer, I told him, y'all. I don't know how many times I told that officer over and over. I said, listen, I am getting propaganda all on my patio. And it was demonism stuff, but it was very wicked. And I was like, I don't take this lightly because it's been thrown where my patio door is so that I will see it every day. And I said, I don't like the stuff that's on there. It just looks, it's evil. It's not good. And the officer just kept on saying, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Just like it was just some kind of phenomenal. And I was like, just like evil stuff, like cult stuff. Just kept on saying, like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? See, a lot of this that happened to me over here would have been avoided if that officer had took me seriously. I know that 100%. I just know it in my heart and all. If he had took me seriously, none of this stuff would have happened over here. Because they was actually threatening me for over here in this area. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know that this is like a real, like, a real talk. But y'all, I'm talking this way because if anybody's going through something similar, I can tell you what happened to me as things procrastinated. I mean, The time kept going. Nothing was being done. What happened to me on the long run? Okay, so that's why I'm talking about it. If some of you probably saying, why are you going in this direction? Well, y'all know I always talk about what's going on. And the ones that watch, you'll be educated. If anything, and I pray to God, nobody go through what I've been through, and having a child and being a single mom. I don't want nobody to go through what I've been through. Nobody. And I say that even in this house. I wouldn't want like a person that maybe me and that person has gotten like not even talking. I wouldn't want this to happen to them. If they did not touch me and we like went our own separate ways, I wouldn't even want that to happen to nobody like that. I've said it over and over. What I've been through has been pure hell. And it's very sad when I talk about it, but I want to talk about it because I just feel like I'm helping somebody. I feel like I can help some of y'all that's watching that may be experiencing crazy stuff. Remember, the worst thing you can do, even though these people still put their hands on me and all of that, they did what they did. But it's best to tell somebody than not to tell somebody, okay? Just know that. It's always good to tell somebody what you are experiencing. And I went to the police. And I went, I would tell my direct family. Tell somebody, okay? Tell somebody. Because you're not getting that shit for no reason. I'm telling you. Take it very seriously. And I just, one thing I can say, I wish that officer had listened to me. I wouldn't have went through what I went through. Y'all, by the way, I used the liner from Hard Candy, the Marilyn Monroe collection. I used it, and then I used the L'Oreal Infallible eyeliner pencil. And now I'm going to use the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. Always tell somebody, do not keep that stuff to yourself. When people are trying to hurt you or threaten you, both of them is terrible. I got threatened and I told the officers, and the officer that I talked to, he had no idea what I was talking about. And I would think that being trained to be an officer, I would assume that you should know something more than what I know. And I'm not dissing no officer at all. I'm just talking about my own situation, what happened and why it happened. Okay, why did it happen? Okay, some of y'all asked me, like, I'm answering questions too. These were questions that were sent to me, and I'm answering some of your questions as much as I can. I can't get in full detail. Like, I'm not going to do that on social media. No way, I can't do that. But some ask why. And this is my own opinion. And it's been my opinion. It's because of the actions of the community. The people that I grew up knowing, as a kid, and they knew me growing up. Well, they were friends of my mom, basically. They were more friends to my mom. They were older people, okay, and still are older than me. And I can say this. This is what I truly believe, and I'm going to say it. And this is what I believe. I can't say if this was the reason, but I can remember all this. Some of you saying and asking, y'all hear me? Asking me, like, what caused this? What could you have done, or what have you not done, or what reason are these people doing this to you? First of all, I have to go all the way back to my first apartment. Okay. I moved out as a single mom, and I want to do what was right, which is try to take care of my daughter and not put that burden on my mom and dad. My mom and dad raised 4 kids. I was like, you know what, Sheila? This is your child. Even though your mom said, you ain't got to go nowhere, stay here, blah, blah, blah. I did not want that to be, I didn't want that to be like another, they were older, and I didn't want them to have that on them as they had to be, even though they looked at my grandchild, like my mom grandchild, okay, my daughter, she looked at my daughter as her daughter. She always said that this is my baby, okay? She would say that, okay? I'm going to use the ELF Power Grip Primer. She would always say that. And to this day, my daughter still see my mom, even though my mama is in heaven, she'll tell me in a minute, mama. She would call my mama, mama, as well as I. And you know what? I don't say anything. I know what my mama did and how well she took care of my daughter while I was out working and everything. And I respect that whenever she say it. Because my mama, if it wasn't for my mama helping me, my dad, like, I never thought I was going to be a single mom. Real quick, y'all, this is going on really smooth, even though it does have a little stickiness, just a little bit, but it's going on really smooth, and I like it. It's cooling on the skin. It feels amazing. So we'll see how well it goes with foundation. But I just thought I would just let y'all know. I'm just putting it on the areas. Oh, it's done dried up and it's sticky, y'all. It's tacky on the skin. All right, so when I moved out on my own, that's when I really started noticing people they really came after me, but they really didn't come after me too strong until my mama passed away. But break-ins began first, okay? I want to make that plain. Break-ins began first. We'll talk more about this later on. All the new products I'll talk about at the end, because I want to answer questions to the best of my ability. I can't tell you everything from A to Z. I cannot do that. Okay, I'm just giving you an idea. So it started out with break-ins. Every time I would leave my apartment, I come back, I would smell odors of other people. It would be cigarettes, it would be tobacco, it would be this is gross, but y'all have to say it for what it is. It was sex scent, okay? Sometimes it would be body, that's what I'm talking about, body odor. And I was scared. Every time I would come back home, I would have to go and clean up the bathroom, like everything. It was disgusting. And I was like, you know what? Why and who is doing this? So it goes on and on and on, okay, from 2 other apartments. But the second apartment after that was worser. They were literally using my bed. I'm telling y'all better listen, okay? They were using my bed as a humping, okay? I'll say that. Disgusting. Good thing that while I was living in that area, I would sleep on top of all the sheets. I would lay out another sheet, and then me and my daughter would have 2 sheets on us. So we never got in the bed. You know what I'm saying? We slept on top of the bed. Thank God. Okay? I thank God for that. And so, y'all, when I got ready to move, Like when I moved, everything was messed with. They cut my panties, like the crotch area. They cut my crotch area, my panties. I remember telling y'all all this stuff. Stole bras, everything. Yeah, they did everything. Everything you could buy. Tamper with my makeup. I had to throw away over, yeah, I don't know how much makeup. At that time, I was buying makeup like crazy. I bet I throwed away over $500 worth of makeup. Like, I'm not lying to y'all. It was so sad. I was about ready to cry. It was depressing. I was so upset, and I was like, why everywhere I go these people are following me? Okay, everywhere I go. Um I moved to the place before I moved into this place. So just know it was a lot of criminal activity in both of the places. The first apartment that I got on my own. I'm not gonna get in all detail because this video will be extremely long. Okay. This is what I can say more is in a courtroom. Okay. So shit happened in the first apartment. Shit happened in the second. It was even worse. And in the third apartment, I really didn't have too much problem, but yeah, people were coming in though. They were still coming in my apartment. And so, y'all, I'm trying to think what I'm going to do with this. Okay, so I'm using, yeah, let me stop and say this real quick. So this is the Neutrogena Serum Foundation. I'm going to use this medium one shade, and I'm gonna see what it's gonna look like, but I have deep too as well, so I might have to mix them up, but we'll see what it looks like. So now it's foundation time. So yeah, you guys, so basically I moved to a third apartment, which, yeah, y'all, I think this is too light, but we'll see. Let's blend it in. But anyways, I moved into the third apartment, and I finally said, okay, God, I'm tired. Like, I've already moved one time before. This is the second time. In every apartment I moved, well, not every one, but I moved 6 months in between moving to this one from the previous apartment that I'm talking about right now. Okay. So I was tired. Y'all know how moving can be. Actually, this matches with my neck, so it does. Real quick, y'all, this is so soft and it glides very well. And this is a dry sponge. This is not wet, okay? I don't know what it will look like with a wet sponge, but with a dry one, look at this one layer. Y'all saw how much I put on. Very little. I love this for every day. Like a little skin peeping through. I like it, but just enough coverage. Oh, I'm in love with this already. Okay, that's the first layer. Look at this side. Look over here where my discoloration and all this, the redness. Look over here how it covered that. And that's just with a small pump, okay? Like, look at that. Look at the difference. Love it. And my skin still looks dewy. So it's supplying more dewiness, okay? So it's a dewy foundation. It's a serum foundation. So just know that you may not need to use a dewy primer if you don't like that dewy look, but I like it. Look at that. It just covered all of that. Look at that. Good, Neutrogena. You're doing good, Neutrogena. Like, I know I used to buy Neutrogena back in the day, but Neutrogena is getting, they're doing a lot that is very good. I want to say thank you to Neutrogena. Like, good skin, healthy benefits in this makeup, and very minimum amount of makeup I'm putting on. So, way to go, Neutrogena. But anyways, we'll talk more about this at the end of the video. So I'm in the third apartment, right? The one before I moved in here. I liked it there. I mean, I didn't have The problem that I had was just with the Wi-Fi. It was very frustrating because I was still trying to create my broadcast videos. I wasn't doing YouTube. I was just broadcasting at the time. So the Wi-Fi wasn't acting properly. So I had to get with, like, I had applied with many companies to try to get a company where the Wi-Fi will work, because it wouldn't work inside the house, y'all. This is crazy. Now you tell me about this. I think a lot of people was experiencing it. That's what I was told, because a lot of people would be outside, and that does happen in some apartment complexes, I've been told. So I couldn't really use my phone. Whenever I made a call, I would have to go way out to about my car area, like in the parking lot, to make a phone call. And I didn't really like that, because I was like, sometimes you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, let me call a certain place. And I would literally have to go outside and make a call. But I wasn't the only one. There was people out on their balcony making phone calls. So I knew it was, a good bit of people was experiencing the same thing. So I didn't take that like too bad, because we all was having that issue. So I was like, okay, this is what I have to deal with. Then I had to deal with it. So, but then one day we came home, me and my daughter, we came home after going to take a family member to get some groceries and stuff like that, and got inside the house, and I was having a bad day that day. I was vertigo. I didn't feel good when I got home. So I told my daughter, because we started using gloves. Yes. And I said, you know what? I got gloves, and we would tote our stuff wherever we went. I'm putting a second layer on. I don't really need it, but I'm gonna put a second layer. Um, so I told my daughter, and it did build up, y'all. Look at that. Compared to this side. Okay. But I feel like it's getting a little bit more dewy. So the more layers you put on, the more oily you may look, is what I'm trying to say. So I told my daughter, I was like, baby, can you go in there? Because we would not use the bathroom. I would not let my daughter or nobody. When I would get home, I would not feel good, but I would go in there and clean up the bathroom. That means clean the toilet, wash out the shower and all. Okay. Go through the house, look through the closets. I did all that. And I didn't feel like doing it, but I knew our safety was very important. I knew people were breaking in because of the first apartment and the second one. I knew people were breaking in, okay? And literally using our stuff, okay? So we were actually toting, y'all, our our shower stuff, everything that we would put on our body, deodorant, everything. We had two big old bags. I had two big old bags that I got, and I said, okay, we're going to have to tow our stuff. That's how scary it got. Y'all have no idea. I can go on and on about what I went through, me and my daughter, actually. And so one day we came in, and I was vertigo. I could tell I was getting vertigo on the way home. I was like, okay, I'm not feeling good. Um, I need to get home and lay down. Okay. So when I got home, I had to pee. Normally my daughter would have to pee, when you get home, you gotta go pee, whatnot, a lot of times, especially if you've made a trip or something, or you've been out for a while, you gotta go pee. So every time I would come in, once again, I would always clean the toilet and everything. I use gloves, okay? And I would use Lysol, any kind of disinfectant, mainly Lysol. And so I told her, and I said, I'm gonna stand by you, and I want you to put on the gloves, and I'm gonna direct you on how to just wipe over the seat and all that, make sure it's clean. And Also, we would use a little bit of the Lysol to clean the bathtub because we normally took a shower at night sometimes. And so she did that with gloves on, and I stood there and watched her. And y'all, you would not believe this. When she picked up, after she had the gloves on, when she wiped the seat, it was blood, y'all. It was blood on the seat. It was as if someone had been on the administration and they literally rubbed their pad. That's what it looked like. But I can't say how the person could have peed on the seat. But then there wasn't no pee on the floor though, so that couldn't have happened. I felt like a pad had been rubbed across the seat. Okay? So my daughter instantly threw the cleaning wipe in the toilet. And you know what? I would have done the same thing. But she had gloves on. So I was like, you know what? I've been using these gloves, cleaning up everything. She's protected. Okay? So I said, this is something that I have to call the cops on. Okay? I had to call the cops because somebody done been inside the apartment and absolutely rubbed a pad over the toilet seat. And to this day, y'all, because of that incident and the people breaking in, I just can't go into a public bathroom anymore. I don't like it. I do if I have to, but it's terrible. And even here at my home, I have to spray it or wipe the toilet seat every time I go use the bathroom. It's just something that I had to start doing because I knew people were coming into my home while I was away from home. So, went and reported that, called the cops the next morning. The cop had told me that he would report it, but he didn't. I went back to get the report. They said he didn't report it. He didn't feel like it was substantial or something like that. I was like, what? Are you serious? Blood on somebody's toilet seat and you just come in and it wasn't reported? Giving you an idea what I've been through. So I was like about ready to cry in the police station. Because I was like, I was told as a little girl growing up in school and even by my parents, got a problem, call the cops. They supposed to handle it, right? They supposed to. All right, so walked out of the office. I kept on trying to ask them why. They just told me, nope. I'm using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Foundation Stick in Honey. So, you guys, I went out the police station, got in the car, and I literally cried. I was like, Lord, my daughter is priority on this earth, and I just want us to be safe. I want us to be safe, but when I leave my home, people are inside my house. And I already know from the previous apartment that they were actually having sex on my bed. Okay? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting a little emotional. So, the cop didn't report it. Didn't seem like, told me that that wasn't something that was worth reporting. Can you believe that? Okay. So I was like, Lord, I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm trying to do all I can do as a single mom with my income and also make sure my daughter get to school, get her education, and all this stuff. And every time I leave my home, I'm thinking about what is going on in my house. Now, some of you are going to say, why didn't you get cameras? I tried all of that. I tried all of that with the first apartment. I got an ADT system and all. These people broke into it, tore it up. You understand? These are the people, some of the people that's working with this community and doing this to me. They have technology skills. They know how to go into your computers. In fact, this morning while I was at Walmart, I left my iPhone here at the house. I had put my recording, like this camera and another recording camera, a phone, in my purse. Got to the makeup aisle, y'all. One of my phones start ringing. I do not have service on this phone or the other phone. The one that I have service on, I left here at the house by accident. Okay, do you hear what I'm saying? It rang. And I was like, wait a minute, let me see, let me answer the phone. Then I said, wait a minute, my phone is at home. I forgot it. The light was on it and everything. Okay, y'all get where I'm going to? Do you feel what I'm saying? All right, so to answer your question, it's more to it. Okay, to answer your question directly, without going into all, I'm not going into all full down details. That's for a courtroom. Okay, just giving you a little taste, a little nip of what I'm going through. Okay. So, why is this happening? I haven't done nothing to nobody. Okay, I was raised like that as a kid. Don't mess with nobody. My mama didn't mess with nobody. In fact, I helped a lot of people. I would give my whole check to my mom, and my mom would help people. Okay? So, there ain't nothing that I have done to people. Okay? Exclude that. Sheila minds her own business. I only speak when somebody says my name. I have speak to people like hi, like that. But I'm talking about if someone wants to talk to me, I only talk when somebody actually wants to talk to me. Like actually ask me something. I'm using the Hard Candy Sheer Envy, what's it called? Powder, and then the banana powder, and then I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. So I have not done anything to anybody. But I'm a type of person, when I don't want to do something, I just say it. You know, I tell the people, listen, I'm not going, or I'm not participating. And that's not nothing to be mad. You know, everybody has a choice in this world. Whether you want to do something or be, participate, whatever. So that doesn't give a person to do those things to somebody. So I haven't done anything to nobody. Now, that's with the first apartment. Just explaining that. Like, trying to get you to understand I haven't done nothing to nobody. I stay in the house. I don't even get to really enjoy what most people get to do because people won't leave me alone. When I was dating, going out before the coronavirus, this was years ago, a few years back. When I was going out dating, People follow me. They hack my phone. They would know the person. They would get in contact with that person and absolutely turn that person against me. Okay? Just keeping it real here. And it got to the point where I just gave up on dating and trying to find, love. Gave up. No, gave up. And it gets deeper. It gets deeper, but I can't talk about that. That's something that I cannot talk about. It gets deeper with that situation. I cannot. And so when I moved to the second apartment, when I finally, I said, listen, this is a plot down here. I noticed how these young guys would stand outside and they would look at me. And they would look at me in like this weird way. Sometimes I would go because I couldn't stand the place. I would drive about 20 something miles from that place to a more city-like place. And I would get there and I would stay out. I'll stay there about 2 or 3 hours just to try to get away from the place because I didn't like where I was at. When I would come home sometimes, it would be these guys that would stay in a huddle next to other family members' house. It was like they was downstairs in another person's apartment. And they would love to stay out there and they would look at me really weird. Sometimes they'd be outside at night, and I was like, wait a minute, they looking at me too weird. They looking at me like, is she the one? They did the same thing that the women did at this apartment. They did the same thing. They literally was looking at me like talking to themselves saying, is she the one? Is she the one? It's like they were talking. But I can't tell you what they were saying because I wasn't up on them. So I'm using the deeper shade as contour, y'all. So I was like, what the hell? Like, why are they looking at me? I don't even know who these guys are, y'all. You gotta know I'm from a different area. I had moved. This second apartment was in an area that I don't know none of these people. I never went down there in this area. When I did, it was just going to another area, okay? I never stopped in this area to talk to no one. Except when I was a kid. Just know that the place where I was at, a very special person of mine, and I won't get into detail with that, actually mother, which was my grandmother. I'm just say it. My grandmother lived in this area for many years. But when I moved down there, she had already passed, okay? So these guys would be standing out there looking at me when I would pull up. Now, not every single time. Not every single time. But they were always around the apartment complex. Always. You would hear them outside. If you wasn't outside, you would hear them. They were always around this complex. And I didn't have a problem with that. But what I have a problem is what I found out later. Okay? So, when I would leave at this apartment, they were using these people. I'm assuming. Okay? I'm not going to say I'm assuming. I just can't talk too much. Let's stop it right there. I cannot talk no more, okay? Because y'all believe it or not, I'm being recorded right now. But I don't care. All right. So anyways. So God told me, says Sheila, one early morning, he told me, because I was worried about my daughter. And I was worried about me. And even my little puppy. I said, Lord, there's something not right about this area. I feel like I know that these people are coming in my apartment. I mentioned it to the landlord. She won't do nothing about it. I told her about it. She didn't come and change the locks. She never fixed the broken window, y'all. These people had easy access into the apartment. And I kept telling her, and she kept saying that the maintenance man would come and fix it. Never did he. Never did he do that. Can you believe that? Believe it. It's real. So I said, God, what I do? Because I'm not feeling safe. Y'all, I use this. This is a beautiful contour. And I'm going to blend it out some more once I get this off of my eye. But this is the same foundation, the Neutrogena Serum Foundation. It's just in the shade Deep 2. Okay? So, going back to what I was saying. So, the Lord told me, said, Sheila, get out of here. Get out of here. So, I said, Lord, that's what I just knew that's what I needed to do. I knew people were trying to hurt me in this area. So I started calling. I said, I'm going back to my hometown, which is a few miles up the road. So finally, I got a place, which was the previous place before this one. But it took them a few months to get it ready. They were like repairing the apartments and everything. So I still had to stay down there. So there was a lot of stuff going on. I ain't going to get into that, but there was a lot of stuff going on. So when I left, this is answering your question. Okay? This is answering your question. When the apartment got available and I left just me and my daughter and my puppy. Okay? Remember that, because I'm about to tell you something else. So when I left, it was just me, my daughter, and my puppy. And we were down there because, once again, I mentioned this another thing. We were down there because at the time, a family member, there was some issues. I'm not going to talk about that because that's the family member personal business. I'm not going to talk about somebody else. But I'm going to tell you how we got down there. Okay? So I got up and left because I knew these people were after me for some reason. And I wasn't going to sit there and let these people hurt my daughter or hurt me or anything like that. You'd be a dummy to sit there when you know that these people are literally, now I'm going to blend it out a little bit more. These people are literally telling you to your face, like standing outside giving you looks. And the other people in the neighborhood, the women, was also sitting out there by their porch looking weird. And I want y'all to know they put marbles. I'm going to say this before I give you an answer. They had put marbles out there on the sidewalk one day as I was getting ready to leave. I did not know that they had put that. Y'all, I fell and hit my head on the cement. That could have killed me. A doctor told me, said that could have killed you. That you could have, your brain, your skull could have been broken. That happened. Okay? That happened. Excuse me. I'm getting emotional. That happened. I had to go to the doctor. I went ahead and had some x-rays done and stuff like that. Make sure it was all okay. My knee was hurting for several days. And that also did hurt my back a little bit. But nothing too bad. But I hurt it for a while. I was so dizzy when I fell, y'all. Everything was kind of spinning. And I thought I was going to have to get the ambulance to come and get me that day. And the Lord just instantly stopped it. Stopped the dizziness. He stopped it. The swirling. Because I fell, y'all. I lost complete control. I stepped on marbles that somebody had dropped. And let me tell you now, before I walked out my apartment, the neighbor downstairs had just went out and got in their car and left. So I think they put the marbles down. They knew I was leaving. Now, they were right below me in the apartment. So they knew I was leaving because they could hear, you could hear all of that noise if you're upstairs. And if you're living downstairs, you can hear every movement a person make upstairs. So when I left with my daughter, my puppy. Didn't have no furniture. Everything was messed up. Everything was gone. So I said, you know what? I'm going without anything in my apartment. And you know what? God can help me to find some sites and I can gradually fix my apartment back up and fix it just the way I like it. I had faith. I believe, and I still do. Have faith. So, answering your question real quick. When I got back to my hometown up here, the previous apartment here, everywhere I would go, it was like these people were following me. I know they were. They were following me. I saw them get out of the car after, I was watching my back because it was so much stuff that was going on. I was literally watching my back. So I would see them get out of the car right behind me. Or right as I was getting out of my car, they would jump out and go inside and literally be standing by the door, waiting on me to come inside. So every one of them that I would see, the first thing they would ask me is, where is a family member? All of them did it. And I was like, that person is back at the other place. Okay. That's what they would look at each other and look back at me. And I was like, I'd say, we're two different people, two different people. Just because you're kin, okay, doesn't mean that y'all know you probably got a kin person that you don't get along with or you don't see eye to eye. And what I mean that is when you fuss and argue all the time, then you don't need to be around each other, do you? No. The safest thing is to go your own way, right? Right. So that's what I did. I did exactly what I needed to do, which is get my daughter that I'm responsible for and get us in a safer place. Okay? So everybody was asking me, everybody you could possibly imagine, every time I would see them, they would ask me, where is that person? And not that I hate the person. No. It's just that me and that person don't get along. And how everything came about, it was just, I tried to tell the person what we needed to do in the midst of that issue. And I'm not going to talk about it because that's that person's personal business. And if we had went my way, all this stuff that we've been through, I can say what I've been through up here would have been avoided. It wouldn't have happened. And I cried and begged this person that we were making a big mistake by not taking another place. I call that person and everything and tell that person. I said, I just feel like this is God for us to take this place. But instead we went further down where my grandma used to live in, and shit started happening really bad. Now, you can't tell a grown person what to do now. So, all these people, everywhere I would go, grocery store, Walmart, everywhere, all kind of places. Y'all, that's the neighbors. They want to make noise because I'm telling y'all the real deal. You know, people have their picks on who they want to like and all this stuff. But we're going to keep going, okay? My puppy, she's fine. It's just, there's a truck out here that's going up there to the apartment up yonder somewhere. So they're going to be walking through here probably. Or the person just walked by the door, if you're wondering. So, let me get my bronzing powder now. So everywhere I would go, they would ask me, where is this relative? And it would just be one that they would be talking about. They didn't talk about the other one. It was two relatives. They would only talk about the female relative. They would never ask about the male. And I said, listen, I said, this person is, you know, in the previous place. And they would look at each other once again, y'all. They would look at each other like, what? And then look at me. Then look at each other. And I was like, you know what? I need to get my groceries. And this was before my eye injury. This was in the previous place. Okay, you feel me? It was in my previous place, the previous place. So, everywhere I go, they'll come over there and say it. Even I would go over there at midnight to pick up items. I would get my pay and I would go to Walmart in the evening. Y'all, I'm going to use my NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop powder in deep. So, I would go over there after 12 midnight because me and my daughter, you know, we be wanting something to eat or whatever, or pick up our personal items and stuff like that. And it was the perfect time for me to do that. And I like that because it wouldn't be that many people in there. So guess what? People start coming in there in the midnight hours. Where's what you call? Be like, why are they asking me about this relative? Because the relative that I'm talking about, y'all, is older than me, okay? And they know that we don't get along, okay? They know that. They know that. Some of them used to spend a night when I was a kid, and they used to even say this about this relative. They would say it when I would go to school. Your so-and-so is so this and so that. I won't say that because I don't want to say what they said. Okay? And I'd be like, no, she's not. No, she's not. Y'all just don't understand. Well, they will follow me all over the store. You understand me? All over the store. And another one asked me again, where is that relative? Where is that relative? I'll be like, y'all know where she at. Stop acting. Y'all know this is a small town. Y'all knew we were down there. Because when I would have my broadcast, some of them would come on the broadcast and say, I know you. You kin to me. Okay? I know you. They would literally say that. Okay? While I would do my broadcast. I'd be like, oh, y'all, that must be a relative of mine or somebody that I know or whatever. So they knew what I was talking about. This is a small place. Everybody know everything. Everybody know everything, you know. So they knew. So because of that, okay, I'm going to get to the answer. Here it is. Because of that, this is what I feel. And I've said this before. Even in this house, I've said it. I even told this person. I said, listen. I said, everywhere I would go, people would ask me about you. And before the injury happened to me and before people did what they did, that's what they were constantly coming to me about. And even a girl threatened me in a store right before I got injured, the injury happened. I ain't gonna say I got injured. Before what happened to me with my eye and everything I've been through. She threatened me in the store, and I can remember her saying her mama was in there and another guy that used to go to church. Like I used to see him at my church sometimes when I used to go to church at this church that I used to go to. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her. I can't stand that bitch. I kept ignoring it. Then finally they moved over behind me and it got worse. And one visit that I went when I went back to the relative, that person's brother was at the girl's house that lived right across from me in the previous place where the one that I'm talking about where I had to get up and leave because they were using my apartment as a motel. I saw her brother and everything. Okay. I'm just getting to the fact, answering your question. So I was threatened right at the store. Right there at the store. Threatened. Do you get what I'm saying? My life was threatened. Okay? So everybody, and I remember one of the guys asked me, where's your family member? Mm-hmm. Just saying. This is how it went down. So I told him the same thing. I said, family members down there and everything, and I'm up here. And the same reaction would be negative, a negative reaction from people. Their attitude, their body language would say more than what they were saying. So the girl threatened my life, and y'all, it wasn't but a month. My eye was injured, and I was so sick. I had to make myself go get groceries. Nobody offered to help. And I didn't think they were because they let me know they didn't like me. This is the answer. They didn't like the people here that attacked me did not like the fact that I left this family member. That's one of the reasons. One, not the complete. Okay, just one of the reasons. They despised it. They hated it, and they came after me. Okay? This I can prove. I can prove it by cameras in stores, by the recordings of stores and all. That these people were walking up to me, asking me about this relative. And it's okay to ask people about your relative. There's nothing wrong about that. But when you react off of it to hurt the person, or you have something to do with it, that's where it becomes criminal, right? Mm-hmm. So that's one of the reasons that people attacked me and came against me. And they still do it to this day. They still do stuff thinking that it will hurt my feelings, like I'm just gonna cry, or whatever. They still do it to this day. Y'all, which one of these should I use? I'm not using the red one. Which one? This one or this one? Y'all can't tell me. I think I'm gonna go with this one because I got purple on. So anyways, That happened, y'all. And I'm being recorded right now by the person. It's okay. Because it'll be recorded somewhere else too. But anyways, that is what occurred. Okay? People constantly was throwing that in my face constantly. And the thing is that that person is older than me. Okay? Older than me. That means the same way I got up and left. Because I was telling this person what was going on. I always had communication like that with this person. I was telling this person knew about the previous apartment and all of that. And I was like, you know what? I'm fixing to move. I'm fixing to get out of here. So as adults, we all have to do what we have to do, right? Can't blame somebody else. But everybody here kept coming to my face, throwing this up in my face. You know, just kept on throwing it up in my face. Just like I'm responsible. I said, you know what? Listen, I had to protect my daughter, and I had to get my daughter out of that environment. My daughter was going to the school down there, and it was a lot of stuff that was going on at that school that I wasn't happy about. Okay? It's a lot of stuff that was going on. I was starting to feel funny. They were trying to do what they did here to me down there. Is what I'm saying in the previous, not the previous place, but the place where I moved and I left. I moved in and I left. The one that they use as a motel. So that is the answer. That's one of the answers. It's not the complete answer. It goes deeper than that. It goes deeper and deeper and deeper. That is the pure truth, and I can prove it by cameras in the store. I can prove it any way that these people were walking up to me, asking me about that relative. I wasn't in their face, but they were in mine. Do you get what I'm saying? They were constantly throwing that in my face all the time, just like I was responsible for that person to get back up here. And when I got ready to leave, I told this person before I left that I was leaving because people were breaking and entering. I got to go. If this person wanted to leave, this person would have done the same thing I did. And that is to get to calling and get back up here. That's what I had to do. So that is one of the answers, but that's not all the answers. And I can't get into all the answers, but that's just a little bit of it. And the people that asked me, they know that they did. They know that they did, and I can prove it. Everywhere I was going, like everywhere, they will be waiting on me and asking me, where is that relative? And I was like, what are y'all trying to say? Am I responsible? What are y'all trying to say? Because you got to think, I was the one that told the person. I said, listen, I didn't want to go there. We had one opening, and I was able to get that opening. And I told this person, I said, we need to take this place. This person told me, no, I'm not going. Okay? I pleaded and pleaded and pleaded. I said, you know what? I only got a few days to accept this. And if we do not take this, then we're out. We won't be able to have another place offered. This person told me, I'm not going. So that right there is why we were in the place we were at, which was very demonic. And these people was literally trying to kill me and came after me and been after me since So a lot of them were some of the ones, if y'all can connect the dots, they were some of the ones that was coming into the previous apartment. So you got to be smart about it. But I got more things, but I can't get into detail about it. Only so much. But I'm good. I'm good at trying to help people. If I can help someone, I want to help you. What I've experienced. And the sad thing is, y'all, in that area where I was at, I was going to the police station and they would have the doors of the police station locked. Can you believe that? No police station supposed to be locked. You're supposed to always be able to go in and talk to someone if you feel like you're being threatened or somebody's bothering you. This is a Believe Beauty highlighting stick. I'm just going to go with a natural glow. Police will lock up the doors. When I would go down there to get ready to tell them I don't feel secure, the doors would be locked. Locked. I was like, what kind of place is this? Doors locked. You couldn't get in. They didn't even have a door, like a bell for police to come out there. They didn't have that. They would say close until 6 a.m. or 7, I think it was 7 a.m. in the morning. I was like, what kind of place is this? What kind of shitting place is this? Like people doing all this crime to me and I can't talk to nobody when I needed to. Because I was scared. I didn't know these people. I didn't know where I was at. So to answer your question, that's one of them. That's actually two. There were people constantly being in my home, breaking and entering. Okay, that's number one. There's several reasons, but I'm not getting into all of them. That would be at a different time and in a different setting. The second reason is people did not like me leaving this relative in that area. That's what I got from people when I moved back to my hometown. People was walking up to me, people that I knew, okay, was walking up to me, people that I knew since I was since I was a kid, walking up to me, asking me, where is this person? And they wasn't saying it nicely. No, it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice. It wasn't like, hey, how are you? And and where It wasn't like that. It was more like right to the point. It was like they come right to me and say, where is so-and-so? I'm just like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? Like, if you get what I'm saying is that if you don't get it, that person could have left just like I did. Okay? I even told a person, I said, listen, I'm fixing to move. People are going in my home. And they are rambling in my stuff, taking a shower, and having sex in my apartment. I have got to go. I've got to keep my daughter safe. I got to keep myself safe. I have got to go. That person could have done the very same thing that I did if that person wanted to. That's why you got to look at it. Don't be telling me about this and that and this and that. You got to think I'm a single mom, trying to make it, all of that. So, that is some of the answers. I'm not going to get into all of them. But that one was very, very obvious, and that's why I'm saying it. Everywhere I would go, they would ask me, and it wasn't nicely. Like, basically, the way I took it, and the way that they were saying it was like, why are you up here without that person? Go back and get it. And even when I moved here, y'all, when I moved here after moving from the other place, and this place was plotted, two people, the one lady that I said was waiting on me when I got here, and her friend, which is a kin to me, will still knock on the door and tell me, where is that relative? Everywhere, see what I'm saying? Everywhere I was going, they was asking me this. Just like I was responsible for that person not being here in the area. And I was the one that told this person, let's take another place, which is just 2 rows down from this area right here. 1 road, just 1 road below. We were offered a place. And I told this person, I said, listen, I feel led we need to take this place. Because this relative, I can't talk about her stuff. But we moved because I didn't have to move, but I did it out of love. And I told this person, I said, you know what? We need to take this place. And I'm telling you, to this day, I wouldn't have went through what I went through if we had took that place. Y'all, here's the lipstick. Right here. This is the nude lipstick by Maybelline. Oh, it's not nude. Well, it was the nudest one that they had. And it doesn't really go with my makeup look. Maybe I need to put a little bit more of that ELF blush, y'all. It glided real good. Y'all see how good that glided on? I like the lipstick. It feels good. It feels velvet like type of or satin finish. Very soft. Oh, that looks pretty. I do like that. I do like that nude. Okay. It doesn't really match this, I think, this makeup look, but it's as close as I can get as far as a nude. Well, I could have went with a pinky nude, but it's okay. I wanted to use one of the new products. Well, I'll keep that out because it's a new product. So, I hope I gave you an idea of what I am trying to say. Is that it was a community thing. It was a whole community thing. They were all part of it. And they didn't like the fact, they didn't like me point blank. I had some problems with some of the people that was walking up to me back when I was in school. So it was like, you know, I was wondering, like, why are they coming to me asking me these questions when I know that they don't like me? Like, why are they doing this? And it would be all because of that relative. They would simply say that relative name. Like, why, where's what you call? Okay? All of them. And I can prove that by cameras in stores. That they were walking up to me, asking me about this relative. All of them were doing it. A good bit of them did it. Everywhere I would go, it's like they were following me. Everywhere I would go. Where's what you call? Where's what you call? I'm just like, listen. You know, I didn't explain it to them, but I got ready to explain. I was like, and then God told me, say, you ain't got to explain nothing because you told the relative you was getting ready to move. And sometimes the relative would be not really right there, but when we would go to places, I would say, you know what? I gotta go. I gotta leave here. These people are going in my home. You know, I made it well aware that I was leaving, is what I'm trying to say. And I feel like as an adult, you either get up and do what I'm trying to do, or else you just be there. But like I said, when I moved over here, 2 people was coming over here knocking on my door. Knocking on the front door. Okay? Knocking on the front door. And that was before. No. When was it? It was after my eye injury. Let me go back. They came one time before the injury and one time after my eye was injured. Yes. Brilliant Eyes liquid shadow. I'm going to put one of these, this golden color, into the inner corner. So everywhere I was going, these people was coming to me, asking me, where is the relative? And they were not saying it nice. And then one of the relatives said that they went to the person, okay? Went there and tried to offer them to come back with them. And they said that the relative they came back and told me that the relative said that no. Okay? The relative said no. So I was like, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to say. They said, I don't know either. So I was like, okay. That's it. I mean, that's all you can do is offer help. That's what they said. They offered help and tried to get the person to come back, and they was like, no. Okay? So, people here, they want to get aggressive. They've been aggressive ever since I moved up here without that person. They were aggressive before, though. I'm not going to sit here and film. These people didn't like me ever since I was a kid. A lot of them didn't like me as a kid. Just didn't. But they got extremely aggressive after me coming back here without the relative. So that is just the pure truth of it. But there's other factors too. And I cannot talk about that. There's other things too. It's not just that. Once again, I want to make this clear so everybody hear it. It wasn't just that. It's many reasons why people are being mean. Okay? Many reasons. But I do know everybody here, before I got attacked by people, were asking me, where is that relative? Like, why are you up here without the relative? Basically, that's what I was getting from it. And I've told this, I told the relative. Like, I went, you know what? Another relative of mine I met at a store told me that the relative that I'm speaking about was in a serious situation. That I should, go check on the relative. You know what I did? With one eye almost completely shut, okay, and seeing stars in my eyes, I drove down to check on that relative. When I got there, I told the relative, come on back with us. Figure out what you're going to do and go from there. The relative is right here in this apartment right now. Okay? And I didn't have to do that because it's not my responsibility. But out of the kindness and the love out of my heart, I went back to check on that relative because I was told the relative was going through a hard time. And when I went down there, I brought the relative back here to this apartment. Was it a good idea? Me and that relative do not get along. We don't see eye to eye. We don't. We don't agree on things. We're nothing alike. and always have been that way. Nothing alike. And I feel like that was the best thing that I could have done, was when I left and let that relative be on her own and I be on my own, than to be in a place and fuss and argue and disagree. I had got tired of it because I wasn't going to have that. I wanted my life to get better. When I left from the second apartment, I wanted a change for my life, okay? I wanted a change. I wanted to come back and try to be happy. I wanted to get back to dating. That was before the corona now. This is all before the corona. And I was like, you know what? I'm grown. The other person is grown. So, you know, when you grown, you have to do what you have to do. Like with me, I didn't get help except for my daughter's father. Helped me to get from that apartment to the previous apartment. Get away from the area where they were having sex in my apartment. Came up here with no furniture. Nothing but clothes, basically. And a couple of chairs and a couple of desks. Okay? I had to do it. I had to do it. I couldn't go to my relative. I couldn't go to the other relative. I had to make a way to do that, so I can get my daughter in a safer place and myself in a safer place. So don't try to blame me. I know you are not. You just want to know more about the situation. But a lot of people here wants to blame me for that. Like they want to blame something like that, and the person is older than me. Like the person is older than me, and they trying to blame me for whatever. I don't know, you know, I'm not going to get into details, but everybody is grown. I was grown. She's grown. My daughter was almost grown. You know, she was going to the 12th grade. And you know what? I didn't want my daughter to be around a place where we was right across from a satanic worshiper, okay? And then guys were hanging around and they were going in and out of my apartment having sex with random people. And I would tell the landlord, and the landlord wouldn't do nothing. What is a girl supposed to do? What is a person supposed to do? Get up and leave, right? Get up and leave, okay? If they're not going to change your locks and try to help you out and all that, ain't nothing for you to do but to get up and leave, okay? Bottom line, ain't nothing for you to do but get up and leave. And like I said, everything, just to answer your question, everything would have been avoided if the person had listened to me in the first beginning. When I said, you know, just a street down the road, just one street below this one here where I'm living at, I got offered a place. And I said, you know what? Let's go do this. Let's do this. And the relative rejected it. And that's how I and that person got into a dangerous zone. Okay, where we was at was dangerous. There were satanic cult members around. There were people into doing criminal activity. We was in a bad apartment complex. That's what I done found. It's very bad. Very bad. People do whatever they want to in this area. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope you do. And I know you do, being the person that you are. I know you understand. We were in a very dangerous zone. So I got up and I said, hey, I told a relative, I said, listen, I got to go. I'm fixing to move. I'm fixing to go. And I look at it like this. If the relative wanted to leave, then the relative could have done something to have done it. I did. It wasn't easy, but I did it. And I still had to wait an extra almost 2.5 months waiting on them to fix an apartment. But I did what I had to do. Okay? So that's one of the answers, is that everywhere I was going, people was asking me about this relative, and they was not being nice by it. They were being the body language was really bold and like up in my face. And they was completely not smiling. It wasn't like a nice like gesture like, hey, how's your relative? How are you doing? Like, what's good? How you doing, babe? It's good to see you here. It wasn't nothing like that. It was like, where is your relative? That's how it was. And it was like really bold, like, where is your relative? Like that type of attitude. And I was like, why? I would come back home and I was like, I would tell my daughter in the car, I was like, why are they asking me so much about the relative when the relative is grown to do what needs to be done? If that relative wanted to do it, I told a relative months before I left that I was leaving. And when I went to turn in my applications, I told a relative I'm going to turn in my application. So what do they want from me? Like what is it with me? What is it with me? See what I'm saying? I know a lot more. Okay. I know what it is. Okay. It's a little bit deeper. But like I said, I can't say but so much. So that gives you a little idea. The whole community, I ain't gonna say the whole community because not everybody here came to me, but a good bit of people did ask me about the relative. Okay, that's what I noticed instantly when I first moved back home. That's instantly what was going on, is asking me about this relative of mine. Okay, and then the other thing was I did have a lot of break-ins. Okay, the reason behind the break-ins? Like I said, it's been a lot of built up hate. A lot of built up hate. But there's some more things to it that I cannot talk about. It's too serious. It's only for, I can only talk about this to other people that's all I'm going to say. Okay? So I was attacked. I was plotted to get here. I was told at this other apartment complex that my dog was barking and that I had to leave. And that's against the law. That's against the law. Because what was going on was the children in the neighborhood, they love my little dog. And even some grown people, they will walk right in front of the patio. And y'all know how dogs is. If they hear anybody by your door or the patio, anywhere around the house, you know that they are in defense mode. That is just natural. That's something that nobody can control. And that was against the law. And that is what forced me. That's what made me come to this apartment. See, it had to be some way to get me over here where everybody wanted to gang up on me and hurt me. They had to get an excuse, something to get me here, y'all. They had to do something to put pressure on me to move because they knew where I was at previously, I was okay with it. I even told my daughter, I said, listen, I'm okay. I'm just glad I'm back home. I'm glad I'm not down there in that other apartment where that satanic worshiper was living right across from me. That person, that individual would be up all night long. People would be knocking on the doors. I slept in the living room, y'all. You couldn't even sleep at night. It was so many men in around that apartment. So many people was coming in and out. They would bleach the apartment almost every other week. Sometimes they would bleach it week after week because, y'all, I believe the girl was killing animals. Sad. The bleach would be so strong that it would burn my nose and make my vertigo much worse. So it's a lot of stuff, you guys, a lot of stuff, but I'm not going to talk about this no more, like not on my social sites. I'm not going to talk about it no more. Y'all get the idea. I think I explained it a little bit more. And I feel like I wanted to say this because I know that the person that asked me this question knows a good bit about things. And I want to explain to you what happened and why and you did not understand like all the details of what I've been through. And it is what it is. That's what happened. And then as soon as I told all the people that walked up to me and asked me about my relative, after that I was attacked. I was first threatened by a girl, okay, by a young woman. She wasn't a girl, a young woman that I knew, but I didn't know. This person was friends with other relatives of mine, and she threatened my life. And a month after that, I could not open my eye. I swelled up. I was poisoned. Okay, I was poisoned. So, it was like they was telling me, we don't like it that you came here and the relative didn't come here. That's the way I perceived it. That's the way I still perceive it. And it's wrong that they attacked me for that reason, and it might be other reasons. It could just be completely hate. Some of it was hate. Some of it was hate. Some of it was because I did leave. But at the same time, what I was going through in my apartment, I had to leave. I had to get my daughter out of there. I had to get myself out of there, and I had to go. And I did mention it to the relative, okay? Months before I left, I mentioned it to the relative that I was leaving, okay? So I did what I knew to do, but people came after me when I got here back in my hometown. They came after me and attacked me. One thing after another. And although all of this happened, I still went back to the place and brought the relative back to Fort Payne. Oh shit. I gotta end that. I brought the person back to my hometown, our hometown, and let the person come into this apartment when it was in my name. I did that. And didn't force the person to go back out of the kindness of my heart. We don't get along, still don't. Back and forth though, back and forth, try to be mutual. I'm gonna say on my end, I'm trying to get by day. Okay? It's not perfect. Not at all. Some people just don't get along. It don't matter, relative or non-relative. That's just how it is. Sad, but it is what it is. And there ain't nothing else I can do. I've done a lot. And it comes to a point where a person, has to do what they have to do. And if people disagree, they can. But you're not supposed to put your hands on nobody. So there's so many things I could answer this question with so many other reasons behind it, but I cannot say no more than that. That's it. Okay? That's all I can say is that a lot of people that didn't like me were some of the people that walked up to me, but then there was some people that I thought that did like me and asked me those questions. So, just saying it. Now, for all of y'all just watching this for makeup, and y'all probably saying, what the hell this video has been. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but I had to answer that question. I just felt like it was a question that I needed to answer because I feel like some of y'all get it. I know that you do. And I'm happy to know that a lot of you have seen the stress and understand what I've been through and what I'm going through. I'm a strong individual, but am I tired of it? Yes. I've been tired of it. I was tired of it a long time ago. Okay? But things I do feel like it's getting better. But it won't be good until justice is mine. For all the agony, the pain, the frustration, and all of the evil that was done in it. And when I say evil, a lot of them are cult members, demonic members, and they do demonic things, okay? They do demonic things. So, all right. So that's what I'm going to end it at. So now let's talk about this makeup. Now, the Serum Foundation Healthy Skin, this one here, is the medium one, and this did match. It did match. As y'all saw it, it matched. I have medium one on, and I have to say, y'all, this coverage is beautiful. I don't care what anybody else says, because I know some people say whatever. What in the hell happened to my lighting? Okay, go back down. But anyways, this looks so good. It looks like your skin, like it looks like my skin, because you can still see my little y'all, what this is from me sanitizing my pillowcase or my pillows. I need to stop doing that, because every time I do that, I get these little, like, what is those little, y'all see it right here. It gets rough on my cheeks. So, but if you look, this looks like skin. It's like one of those foundations that looks skin. It looks like your skin. Even though you have foundation and you have covered up some things, like my discoloration over here was covered, and y'all saw over here this was covered as well. But does it look full coverage? No, it's not full coverage. I wouldn't say it's full coverage. I feel like I built it up to a medium coverage. But then without the eyeshadow and the blush and all that, I would say it's light to medium. But it's pretty much medium coverage right now. And y'all know I went over with 2 layers. Okay, 2 layers I have on. So it does look skin-like, and I like it, you guys. I like it because this is for sensitive skin, which is amazing for me because I do have sensitive skin. It's formulated without fragrance, dyes, parabens, and phthalate. What is it? PHTHALATES and alcohol and sulfates. I like it because it has provitamin B5, which helps maintain skin's moisture barrier. That's amazing. That's why my skin looks more luminous. I put on a little bit of a highlighter, that I believe Beauty highlighting stick. But I do like how moisturized. I love that glow that I have going on my skin. I like that. And what else? There's probably more descriptions if you look this up, but it does have what I just spoke to y'all about, the B5, and also it has, like I said, it's for sensitive skin and all that good stuff. So no alcohol, none of those harsh ingredients to dry the skin. It actually keeps that B5 in there to moisturize the skin. So I use this all over. And once again, my shade is medium 1. It worked. I used the shade Deep 2. I went ahead and bought this because I thought I was going to have to mix the two together. But if I want a bronzy look, I will mix the two together. Even though I still look bronze because I put on bronzer. Because this is my bronzer. This is what I use as my contour, or I didn't contour, but I just bronzed with this shade and it worked wonderfully. This is just a different shade. This is in Deep 2. Love the combination of both. I like the fact that I went in with this one product to do two things, which is foundation and also to bronze. I feel like if you use a regular bronzer, I feel like with this being so moisturizing, I feel like it's going to lift this product up a little bit, if not take it off. I feel like if you're going to bronze or contour, you might want to get a deeper tone to contour with or bronze with, just so you won't lift the product or the coverage of the foundation, or shear the coverage. I feel like if you want that coverage, you need to get a contour shade or a bronzing shade to go with it, because the formula is the same. It's just different shades. I think if I had went in with my normal cream bronzer, I feel like it might have took some of this coverage off. So because it's a serum foundation and because it's moisturizing, certain products you put on your face, you will remove a serum foundation, or you'll thin it out or something, and then you won't have the coverage that you originally had previous before you put the cream bronzer on or whatever. Some products may not work with this serum foundation. I'm just saying, I don't know. I would have to try my regular bronzing cream to see if that is so, but I know with serum foundations, you have to be careful with what products you use. That's why I use a cream blush, okay? We're going to get to that. And I think I put up my blushers over here. I did. So let's go on with the cream blush, which looks amazing. Okay, so I use the pink color, which is this one, because I have a purple look. Y'all, there goes another nail. Okay, I have a purple look going on with the eyes, so I went with the pink. Love this. I feel like, again, what I was just saying, this being a serum foundation, I feel like cream products is going to be better with this foundation. But I'm not saying you can't use a powder, because you know I use my bronzer, the NYX bronzer in the shade Deep. I went back over the serum foundation in Deep 2. So it didn't really, well, it did. If you look at it, you barely can tell that I have bronzer on right now. So it does lift powder a little bit, or it just takes away some of that foundation. So you can barely tell I have bronzer on. Actually, it looks very natural, like a natural bronze. Y'all know I like to use a little bit more bronzer, but I think cream products is the best, like a cream blush. That's what I use. I like it. I feel like this makes my cheeks look a little bit more natural. If I use a powder blush, then it would have been much bolder. This it's so easy to just grab your beauty blender or your finger or whatnot, grab a little bit and just dab it on, so you get that natural type of flush look. And that's what's going on. So I got this one here today, this color, because when I looked at this red, this is what I'm saving for Valentine's Day, to go with my dress. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. So these are the 3 shades that I could find in the local Walmart in this area. I don't know if they have more shades, but I will say get it. And I would say go out and get this Neutrogena serum foundation as well. I feel like this is so good for natural days, or when you just want that natural skin look with makeup. You want your skin to look very natural, as if you don't have any imperfections, and then you just throw on your makeup and have such a beautiful like makeup result. I really highly recommend this. This is good. I don't care what nobody say. Way to go, Neutrogena. Way to go. Like, I love your Radiant Serum Primer. I love this. So I have to say, so far, these two is so good. I love y'all for that. Thank you, Neutrogena, for this Radiant Primer Serum, healthy skin with peptides. I love it. Look how much I've used. Like, love this as my primer or my moisturizer, my serum. And then going in with this serum foundation, y'all did a really good job with these two. So, way to go, Neutrogena. Like that. I like the fact that y'all are really, I feel like y'all are getting on track with everybody else. You're throwing some good makeup with good skincare benefits. I have to say the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Foundation is good too. I use this as concealer. I don't really like this all over my skin for some reason. I just feel like, you know what it was? I was using powders with this. It's the same thing with the serum foundation. Don't use as much powders with these products. I feel like the powders lift the coverage of these products. So you have to use cream blushes and stuff like that with this as well, because this is creamy. It's hydrating. It's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Foundation Stick. I love this. I looked for this today because I was going to get one shade lighter than the shade Honey. Just so if I wanted my under eyes to look very well hydrated, I would have one, but they don't sell it around here anymore. I probably have to order on Amazon or something like that to get another shade of this. But this is very nice. This is by Neutrogena as well, you guys. You can use it as concealer. I find that I feel like this actually works really good. You don't really see like a lot of my fine lines underneath my eyes. I like that because this is so hydrating that when you blend it out, you can blend it out very sheer, and I feel like it doesn't really bring out those little lines underneath the eyes. I really love that. Okay, just want to say that because that's a Neutrogena product that's good too. Some people don't talk about Neutrogena too much. I like Neutrogena. I used Neutrogena years ago, and however, back then the products wasn't, I would say, wasn't as good as they are today. They have brought out some really good products. I would love to see them bring out an eyeshadow palette. I'm just saying, if anybody that may be watching that works with Neutrogena company, let's see an eyeshadow palette. I would love to see y'all get an eyeshadow palette, put it together that's very good for the eyelids and have those wonderful, healthy benefits that's good for the eyelid, the skin on the eyelids. That would be a really good idea. But anyways, let's get on to e.l.f. Okay, this is the Power Grip Primer. As y'all know, I put it right underneath my eye area, by my nose, around my nose, and up here between my brows and up on my forehead. Okay, and a little bit on my chin. I like this. It goes on very cool. I love the cooling sensation. And I like the fact that it gets sticky. Okay, so I don't mind putting this all over my face the next time. But I want to see what it'll do for today, because once again, this is just a first time, first impression type of makeup video. So yeah, so far so good. I feel like I was able to blend out my contour right around my nose, and also when I put on the baking powder, which was the Hard Candy Sheer Envy banana powder and the Laura Mercier, I mixed those two together. I feel like I got that real good. I felt like this product right here, the powder stuck to this primer. So if you can see, if you go back to that point where I was baking, it looked so thick, didn't it? It looked very thick, and I got scared a little bit. I was like, oh gosh, I hope it doesn't look like it's like my skin won't look like it's like really dried out afterwards. But actually, this hydrates the area. and it also gives a nice grip, as it says. So when I place that baking powder underneath, it actually just set that baking powder perfectly. So when I went back in with the beauty sponge, now a dry beauty sponge is what I use, y'all. So I don't know about brushes and a wet beauty sponge, but y'all saw I used dry beauty sponges. So when I went back over and just kind of went over it with the dry beauty sponge, it was perfect. Like, I felt like my skin didn't look too dry, even though I had all that powder on. So I think this is wonderful for all of you that love powders. I know a few people that love powder. They love powder foundations. They love anything powder. Every time they put on foundation, they want powder on afterwards. I used to be that girl, but now I can do without setting my face with powders. If you like a whole lot of powders on your face, I feel like this is a perfect primer. And also, if you need just a primer for your, like, right up in this area, like I put it, and on the forehead right up here, and then you like to bake in those areas, this is good. So, because baking powder is powder. So anything powder like this is going to be your friend, because this is not going to dry out your skin while you use it all that powder. So way to go, ELF. This is the Power Grip Primer. So far, I'm liking everything I got. Okay, let's go to the Brilliant Eyes Liquid Shadow. I only use this one. This is the one that I put in the inner corner. According to how this color looks in the inner corner, I love it. I can't wait to actually put it on my eyes. And I'm going to rub that through just a little bit. But I can't wait to actually put this on my lids and put a color into my crease and see how well this looks. I love all three of these shades. So cute. I don't know if I'm going to like this shade though. It's like a copper orange shade, like a copper shade. I don't know how good this is going to be, but I know I like these two shades. So stay tuned and y'all will probably see it in a video or something. I don't know about a tutorial, but at least in a video. I think it's going to be awesome. I'll try to remind y'all that I got on one of those Brilliant Eyes liquid eyeshadows. So good, and I got these on sale. So this is by the brand L'Oreal. So that's good, L'Oreal. Like those, but I need to put them on my lid and see if they crease, because that is the thing about liquid eyeshadows. If they crease or not. If they crease, then they're really terrible. But if they don't crease, they are amazing. Okay, the lipstick here. This is the Maybelline Ultimate. I don't know what they call these. Color Sensational lipsticks. This is in the shade 700. This is the only nude that I saw in the store. I like this. It's not matte. It's like a semi-matte. Is that satin? I don't know, y'all. I'm still able to reapply my lipstick. That's what I'm showing y'all. You can reapply on top of lipstick. You don't have to take it off unless you want to. So it's not really matte, like it's, because matte lipsticks, if you add more to it, it looks terrible. You have to take it off, reapply. With this one, you can actually, y'all saw me just reapply the lipstick. So this might be a satin or a velvet type of formula. So you can reapply. Love this nude color. At first, it looked a little orange, and I was like, I don't know if I like this, because I don't like the orange nude lipsticks. But this one actually is a perfect nude. Like, this is gorgeous. I like the fact that, to me, my lines don't show. Like, I know matte lipsticks does that, but sometimes semi-matte lipsticks or velvet lipsticks can do that too. But my lip lines is not exposed as much. So I like this. Way to go. I have one in red for Valentine's Day. It's going to match this putty blush perfectly. So look out for that. I might create the Valentine's Day makeup over here, but then again, I don't know if I want to do that. Because I don't want to be too tired when I want to show my dress, okay? But anyways, oh yeah, this eyeshadow palette, oh my gosh. This is so pretty. I highly recommend it. This is the Forever Flawless Makeup Revolution palette. Once again, this is more for all of you ladies that love purple tones. If you look in there, there's more purple tones than anything. Even the blue tones has a little touch of purple. It's like a purple, you call that periwinkle, something like that. You know, the blue tone has a little bit of a purple hint of purple to it. It's like a mixture. So I love this, and it's a purple tone type of eyeshadow palette. There's more purple tones. As you can see, that's why I created a purple eye makeup look. So I would say if you don't like purples, then you may not want this palette. But if you like purple tones, you're going to like it, okay? I like the palette, highly recommend it. It's a nice palette. The formula blends out very nicely. Love this palette. I love my original one as well. I showed y'all that one from the beginning. So now I have two, and I'm going to buy some more. They have several on the site, and I'm going to buy a lot of them. I looked at a bunch of them, and I thought, oh, I wish I could buy all of them at one time, but I can't. But I got this one first, and y'all look how much I've used. Like, look at that. I've used this palette so many times. And so I knew that this palette here would be just as good. I like the Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless palettes. If you have not tried them, try them, because I'm telling you, you will love them. They're easy to blend out as far as the eyeshadows. They blend very well on the eyelids into the crease. I was able to blend it. And y'all, I got hooded lids, and they're more hooded now after the eye injury. I got loose skin. So look how beautiful my eyeshadows look. Like, these eyeshadows work. If you get eyeshadow palettes that does all of that, that is very, very good. And so highly recommend this palette. Way to go for Makeup Revolution. Way to go. I love this palette. So good. I will be using that probably for Valentine's Day. I'll probably create a little bit of a different look. Of course, I'm going to have to go for pinks and red probably. I'm trying to stay in that theme, but I don't know. For eye makeup, you could go either way you want, though. But y'all know what I'm saying. It just depends. I don't know what I'm going to do. But y'all, I like all the products so far. However, I will have to actually keep this on for most of the day before I can really say or know if I really like every single thing. But right now, as everything looks, how everything looks amazing. I love every single thing I got. So that's a thumbs up, you guys. So yeah, you guys, so that's the video. That's the makeup video, and a little chat and answering a question or two. And I'm sorry that this video is so long. I'm sorry, but then again, I won't talk about this. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. I'm going to try not to. But when I chit chat in the car, I mean, or in here, like, it's about what I'm going through. Like, I don't get right into all details, but you know, I'm going to chat about what's going on. I'm not going to be up here creating videos and just saying everything is terrific. No, it's not. It's not. Everything is not terrific for me. I know that things will get better, but right now everything is not terrific. I can't sit up here and lie and say everything is wonderful when it's not. Okay? And so, yeah, you guys, I mean, just speaking what I feel, and yeah. So I am sorry for all of y'all that don't like to hear about, you know, a lot of chatting and all of that. but at least somebody can get something out of it. At least my reasoning for doing this is also for help for me to get some pressure. I wouldn't say pressure, but some things off my shoulder and talk. But mainly is to let others who may be going through the same thing I'm going through, to let y'all know that you are not alone. Okay? You're not alone. And once again, I do this because when I had that eye injury, all I could do is watch videos on people that had eye injuries, and they had uploaded these videos to YouTube, and I watched them all the time, and that kept me calm. Even though I wanted to scream and yell, and I wanted to say, somebody help me, help. But my faith was there. So I wasn't going to do that, even though I went out for help. But I know God was with me through it all. But it's good to know when somebody else have experienced something similar, and they can tell you what they had to do to recover, or what steps that they took to get where they needed to be. It's very informational. It's very confidential in a sense, but yet it's so helpful to others that may be experiencing things similar. Okay, so I just wanted to do that, and like I said, from now on, I'm gonna try to talk about anything except for that sort of thing, because I can't get into detail. Some of y'all gonna still be like, huh? Because I can't go into A through Z about everything that I've experienced and everything that's been going on. I had to go all the way back, like all the way back, and just sort of explain it. So some of y'all gonna get it and some of you not, but at least some of y'all will get it and understand it, and hopefully I have helped somebody, and or at least another person will know that they're not alone. And don't forget to talk to somebody. Okay, let somebody know what you're going through. Do not keep this stuff to yourself. Stuff like this will drive you crazy. That's what sometimes people want you to do, that sometimes they want to drive you crazy and think you would do the worst thing ever, or you would do something, or they will succeed in what they want to do to you. So always let somebody know. The cops, keep going to them. Now, if they don't help you, keep going, because that's what I've been doing. Going to the cops, tell them, listen, people are threatening me. People are doing things to me. Keep doing it, okay? Get as much help as you can. Do not keep this stuff to yourself, because that's what your enemies want you to do, because they want to succeed. They want to try to hurt you. And you see that they put their hands on me. Okay? They put their hands on me, but God saved me. Okay? And I'm trying to give y'all some info so y'all don't go through what I've been through, where people literally criminally attacked you. Okay, so I hope I can help somebody to avoid going through what I've been through, because it has been hell. Like, I've been going from doctors to doctors to specialists since 2018, 2019, and 2020. Okay, and even 2021. Okay, all those years. Okay, so I don't want nobody to have to be going up in doctor's offices all the time and stuff like that. It's not fun to be going up in a doctor's office or a specialist all the time. It's terrible. It makes you nervous. Who wants to be in a doctor's office all the time? I don't think nobody do. Nobody. So if I can help somebody, I'm going to help you. But like I said, next few times, I'm going to try to just keep it makeup related. Just talk about the makeup, because you know what? I think I've said enough. I think all of y'all get it. And I'm glad that you get it. I'm glad that you understand it. And I feel good that others do understand where I'm coming from. Others do know that I have been attacked. People have attacked me, okay? And I have been criminally hurt by other people, okay? They criminally hurt me, okay? Criminally. And they're out here walking free, okay? Haven't had any punishment, okay? That makes me feel very bad, because people that hurt people don't need to have freedom. They don't need to have freedom. I don't care what kind of, y'all saw everything what they did to me. I don't care if it's just like what I've experienced. Anytime you get hurt, you get hurt. Okay, no one should get hurt by somebody else. Not like that. Not physically. I know emotionally we get hurt a lot, but when somebody physically hurts you, these people shouldn't be free. They shouldn't be walking out here free. Okay, so that's what I feel. But I'm going to try to keep it strictly makeup. Now y'all get it completely. I've answered the questions that I felt like was something that a lot of y'all would want to know. Why? Why? So I gave you a little bit, but not all of it. It's a whole lot to it. It's more than that. It gets deeper and deeper and deeper. Like, it's more to it. Let you know it's more to it, but you got an idea of it. So, but you know what? I keep my faith, and I can still make these videos. I can still create fashion videos because I know that God is going to help me. Okay? God is in charge of it all, and that's why I can still sit up here and talk and smile and laugh and talk about makeup and do my fashion videos, because I know God is in control, y'all, of everything. Don't never forget that God is in control. All right, you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go. So if you like this video, don't forget to like. I know it's long. I know it's long, but anyways, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share this video. Share it, y'all. Share it. Let others see this video so that we can help one another to I guess what is it? Give awareness, in a sense, of pay attention to where you live at, your surroundings, and when you know things isn't right, get help. Get help quick. Tell somebody about it, like for real. And so share the video, and I appreciate it. And y'all, I will see y'all in my next video. Y'all take care of yourself. Much love to everyone. I thank you for watching. All the ones that stayed in here and watched this long video, I appreciate it. And many kisses to everybody. And stay sweet, y'all. Let's be kind. Let's try to be nice to each other. Let's try to love one another. We have enough going on in this world. We don't have time for hate. We don't have time for all this mess. It's too much going on in this world to be trying to hate on somebody and try to make somebody's life miserable. Let's share the love. Let's be kind. Let's be nice to each other. Let's try to, let's just try to let, just be nice. And you don't know how much that impacts a person's life when you're just nice to them. Like, hi, how you doing? How's your day going? Are you okay? That is a pickup, in a sense. Like, it picks you up, picks your spirit up, and make you feel better. Like, whenever people ask me, hey, how are you doing? I go in stores like, hello, ma'am, how are you doing? How's your day? That right there, I could be feeling so, just thinking about everything I've been through, and somebody just say, hey, how are you doing? You look nice today. How's your day going? That right there helps me out. So just those few words right there can motivate somebody to feel better. You never know what people is going through. So let's try to be nice to one another and kind to one another. And let's share the love, you guys. Ain't no time. This corona and all this stuff going on. Like, ain't no time for all this craziness. Let's be nice and try to love one another, okay? All right, you guys. Much love. Take care of yourself. And I will see y'all in my next video. Kisses to everyone. Bye-bye.